Donald Trump's losing streak continues in Georgia after two of his endorsed congressional candidates faltered in their GOP runoff election. Emergency room physician Rich McCormick defeated attorney Jake Evans on Tuesday despite the former president calling the Republican a MAGA warrior in a rally the night before. McCormick beat Evans by a 20-point margin in race for the state's the 6th district in Atlanta's northern suburbs. Democrat-turned-Republican Vernon Jones was also defeated in the 10th district of East Atlanta by trucking company owner Mike Collins. Trump had persuaded Jones to run for the seat and drop his long-shot bid for governor to clear the field for his chosen candidate, former Sen. David Perdue. Perdue lost to Republican Governor Brian Kemp, who endorsed Collins. The seat is being vacated by Republican Rep. Jody Hice, who also lost his bid to unseat Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, another top Trump target. McCormick and Evans were the two top finishers in Georgia's primary election, which took place on May 24. However, neither candidate received enough votes to reach the 50% threshold required to win the primary, thus triggering the runoff election. McCormick, who secured the Republican bid for Georgia's 6th congressional district on Tuesday, celebrated the victory from his campaign headquarters. "We've got a job to do, let's start doing it," he said, according to Fox 5 Joy Dukes, who posted a brief video clip of his speech on Twitter. The former military pilot and emergency room physician was met with cheers and applause following his remarks. He previously ran for Congress in 2020. He lost the bid for the state's 7th congressional district in a narrow race against Democrat Carolyn Bordeaux. McCormick was endorsed by Texas Senator Ted Cruz and a handful of Georgia congressional members, including Reps. Jody Hice, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Buddy Carter. In this latest race, the runoff between McCormick and Evans centered on their Republican ideals, with both candidates alleging the other was not conservative enough. His opponent was backed by Trump. The former president held a tele-rally Monday night, calling on his supporters to vote for Evans. "Jake has been a fearless defender of our Constitution," Trump said during the event. "Jake risked his entire career, he took a big risk, his entire career actually, to fight for election integrity for Pennsylvania's illegal and unconstitutional election law changes all the way to the United States Supreme Court." Trump called Evans a MAGA warrior and argued the Georgia lawyer would be elected to office and do an incredible job. "Jake will be your congressman. I think he will do an incredible job," the former president said Monday night. "The media's been very tough on him. He's a good person, he's a great gentleman, and he's got a great future, so I support Jake Evans." Evans, who appeared alongside Trump at the virtual event, alleged the former president's endorsement had catapulted his campaign. He urged every patriot to show up to the polls to support him in Tuesday's race and argued that he, unlike McCormick, would fight for the people of Georgia. "There's a stark contrast in this race between a strident conservative, someone that's going to fight for you, fight against the establishment, and then there's another candidate who is more squishy, someone who is bought out by special interests," Evans said. Trump-backed Jones was also beat in Tuesday's election by trucking company owner Collins, the son of former Congressman Mac Collins. Collins had taken the first-place spot in the May primary against Jones and several other Republicans. But, he fell short of the majority support needed to secure the nomination. The businessman had been endorsement by Governor Brian Kemp, which analysts allege turned the runoff into a proxy war between Trump and Georgia's leader. "I'm proud to endorse Mike Collins to be the next congressman for Georgia's 10th congressional district," Kemp said in a statement last week. "I will be casting my ballot for Mike Collins in the June 21 GOP runoff, and I ask fellow Republicans across the district to join me in sending a trusted conservative to Washington."